to my channel. This is my first makeup video that I am posting today. Today we're just gonna do some natural glam, just so you chit chat, get ready with me, talk with me about the products that I'm using and a little bit about me as well. So all of you are new here, so hit that subscribe button, and if you do like this channel, hit the thumbs up, turn your notifications on, and let's get started. Okay, we're just gonna get started with primer. Of course, I do use two separate primers. So the first one I'm gonna go in with is a Master Prime by Maybelline. It is the Blur and Smooth, and I'm guessing it's in the color 100. It's just a white color, but it blends out clear. It says 100, but I don't know if they have like other colors as well. So I just put a little on my finger, and then I just put a little on my T-zone area to like blur and smooth, just like the product says. No, actually it really does actually sit into your pores. It doesn't clog your pores, but at least mine. But it really does like blur the view of pores, I think, and I have a lot on my nose, so I really like to just press that into the skin with my clean hands. Okay. And on my chin as well. This is also pretty mattifying. It's not super matte. It feels very hydrating. It doesn't sit on top of your skin. It's not like silicone or anything like that. It really just does exactly what it says. Blur and smooth. So then I will go in with the Covergirl Trublend Base Business. So cute. It's the Illuminating one. And this, I don't know if it's in a, like if they have separate colors. It doesn't say like a color name or anything like that. It's just the skin primer, and it's in like this tan color. And I usually put that all over my face, but I recently haven't been, just because it's been not as flattering in my T-zone area, so I'll just put that on the outside. That's okay, so I'll just put it on the outside of my face and in my highlight areas. I know this is my first video, so I am going to talk a little bit about me as well. So my name is Caroline. Hi, welcome. I am 20 years old. I have an obsession with YouTube and makeup. Ask any one of my friends. Before I continue talking, I am using the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation, and it is in the color Mont Blanc. I think it's L2, light 2. I know they have like different ranges, like a light, medium, all that stuff. So it's an L2. This is one of my favorite foundations. It looks amazing on the skin, and it really is that natural radiance, just exactly like it says in the name. It really does give you that nice glow, and it covers as well without looking too cakey or anything like that. So I usually put around half a pump all over my face. So I did probably like 2 pumps altogether. And I blend some of it down my neck. Not a lot, because it matches me pretty well. But I am going to blend it on my neck. Like I was saying, I am 20 years old. I am from Lexington, North Carolina. I'm currently in college. I'm studying biology at UNCG, which is the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. So Greensboro is just another city in Lexington, in North Carolina. It's like 4. But I just am blending it. I'm not pressing or moving the product, because that will create holes in your foundation. You really want that clear, even out canvas. So you just want to blend with the sponge. I've been wanting to start one for a really long time, but I don't really have the best setup. I'm currently recording from my phone because my laptop, I just have like a regular HP, and like that's what I was originally gonna record off of. Because obviously I don't have a camera yet. I'm kind of just testing things out right now, but so I was doing it on my laptop, and I realized that the quality just isn't the best. So I was like, okay, well, my phone has like pretty decent quality. Just do it on my phone. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just looking into my computer to make sure I'm in focus and all those things as well. So this is the new Morphe concealer. It's called Fluidity, I think. It doesn't have a name on it. I am using the color C1.35. This is only the second time that I've used this. I'm also using it to prime my eyelids as well. This is only the second time I've used this concealer, so I can't really give a big review on it, I guess. I do think it is pretty full coverage. I have a lot of blue in the very like corners of my eye here, and I feel like it does really cover it. But also I have noticed creasing, but honestly I crease with every concealer. It's just how my eyes are. I've never had a concealer not crease on me, even if I set it immediately and things like that. So it's really not that big of a deal. And it doesn't crease immediately. It creases after like 6 hours of wearing the makeup. So at that point, I'm okay with it. Doesn't actually look that bad. I can easily just blend it out and touch it up a little bit during throughout the day. As you can see, it just blends really nicely into my foundation. And I'm also gonna add just a little bit on some spots around my face. So this little tiny bump right there that I just want to cover. And I like highlighting between my brows, and then of course down my nose, on the tip of my nose, and a little on my chin. But so far I do really like that concealer. I feel like it got a really good shade as well. It blends really nicely with the color that I am right now. I am actually going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I have used this a lot. It's like the only setting powder I ever use. I actually just got a new color because I'm a white AF. I got the color Fair. It's 05. The one I had was too yellow for my palace. So, but I used to use this under my eyes, and I use it with a Morphe 536 brush. So it's just like a little brush like this. You probably can't see. It's just a little brush like this. It's like circled and pointed at the end. Picks up a lot of product, and it really sets it under my eyes. So I do a little bit of baking, not a lot. I don't really like the all matte like powdery look under my eyes or on my face really at all. I like the glow. I like the natural looking skin, so I try to make it as natural as possible. So each time that I'm pressing the powder into my skin, I am blending it out first with my sponge. So like I just did, I blended it out on my eyelids, and then I set the powder, and then it is already set under my eyes, and then I go around my nose. So I'll just do the same thing on the other side. But I've heard the hype about the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Powder Foundation, and I don't use it as a foundation. I use it to set my foundation, so it does add more coverage. Apparently it's up to 16-hour wear. But so far I really do like it. It really does add a lot more coverage to your liquid foundation. I think it's absolutely amazing. I am in the color, where are we? 110 Porcelain. So I'm also using a Morphe 523 brush. It's like a big little fluffy brush. It's amazing. And I just press it in there, get a little bit on the top and a little bit on this side, and I just set my face. Again, I'm just using pressing motions just to keep all of that base in place. So next I'm going to do my brows. This is one of the new products that I am using. It is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil in the color Blonde. It has a little spoolie on it. It just has one of those like triangle tip. I don't know if you can really see. So I'm just going to start at the base of my brow at the front, and I'm just going to lightly put in a straight line to like underline the bottom of my brow, and then I do the same thing, just not straight. I follow the natural angle of my brow at the bottom, and then I will start combing through the middle of my brow as well, and then I will go on to the top of my brow. So at the top I will, so I will go at around the middle of my brow and start placing the product. It's not super pigmented. It's not like it comes off like crazy as soon as you start it. And personally, I really like that because it gives me some leeway to kind of, touch up my mistakes when using it. So I like that it's not super pigmented. It is buildable. You can build it up to a pigmented color. It's just not right off the bat like crazy bam in your face, which, like I said, I enjoy because I can blend it out perfectly and make it look more natural. That is the look we're going for. Natural. I just like to naturally blend the color up there really softly, and then I do blend it out with the spoolie. So that is this brow, and then we go on to this one, and I do the exact same thing. This one's just shaped a little different. But as soon as I get done with that, I will wipe away the little powder that I did have. I'll just wipe it away with that same powder brush I used, the M523. So I am using today the Colourpop Yes Please palette. So it's a really pretty palette, so cute. Come in a little yellow. So I am going to try to use everything from just this one palette. Let's get started. First, I'm going to take a clean Morphe 518, and I am going to dip into the color Note to Self. It is like a nude color. Just going to dip in, tap off the excess, and just widely go. Oh wow, that is pretty pigmented actually. I'm not going to be too precise with this color. This is technically our transition color. Take a little bit more of that and place it in the middle here just to build up that area. So I just picked a little bit more up of that color, and as you can see, it is starting to build up into a darker color, which I really like because that means I can start off with a light color and not have to dip into another color to get a better transition or blend. I'm just gonna pick up the same brush and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just doing circular motions like windshield wipers back and forth in that crease area. Like I said, not being too precise or anything like that. We're starting off with a light layer and building it up to about this color over here. I really like these eyeshadows so far. They're extremely pigmented. And I am kind of going to take that in the like corner of my eye as well. This is the first time I'm using this palette, so I don't exactly know what look is going to turn out of it. So next, I think I'm going to go into the color Big Cocktails. Yeah, it's like a peachy, nude-ish color. I think I'm going to mix a little bit of Champs. It's more of a lighter peach, just to kind of tone it down. To warm up this eye look. So with this, I am being a little bit more precise. I'm still blending it really. I want to keep it towards my eyelid and just keep it on my crease area. And blending is key. I'm going to take another Morphe brush. I really like Morphe brushes. And Morphe M433. It's just a smaller, it's more of like a straight brush. It's not as circular and blender. So I can really get into my crease but still blend it out. So I'm going to take a mixture of GNO and Spoiled. It's like a peachy, not peachy, like a red toned color, and then like a burnt orange. And I'm just going to put that in the outer V of my eye. In the outer V of my eye. Taking a little bit more of the orange color, GNO. Kind of winging this out a little. So in the middle of when I'm adding different colors onto the outer corner and it a little darker, I do like to go back into those two transition shades that I use and still keep it blended. So I'm just gonna keep going into those two colors and building it up until I'm at the color that I like. So a tip when you're doing your eyeshadow is to pick up the product, and where you want it to be the darkest, put it in that area. So I just picked up more product and I want it to be the darkest in this corner. So that's where I'm going to add it, and then I'm going to diffuse it out through the rest of the eye look. So sometimes I use windshield wipers. With this brush specifically, I use more back and forth motions just to really keep it blended and still in that crease. So this is a Morphe M514 brush. It's nice, but it's still pretty big and I can still blend everything out. So I am going to focus a little bit more of that GNO color, and then I'm also going to take that French Kiss, which is a pretty dark brown. It's pretty like a chocolatey brown. Okay, so when I get to this stage, I like to go back in with the first brush that I used, the big fluffy one. I don't pick up any more product because I don't want to diffuse the colors already there, but I just lightly go around and make sure all of the edges are blended out. I am going to use the Wet n Wild contouring palette. I use the color Dulce de Leche. This is going to be my bronzer. I don't really contour a lot, just I kind of use this as a contour as well. So I just take a little bit on my brush. I like barely tap it in, tap off the excess, and then I just place it down, and then I blend it back and forth. And I do the same thing on my forehead. And I will kind of tap off the excess, and then I will go down the bridge side of my nose and just lightly It's just a peachy, pinkish color. It has a little bit of shimmer into it, but nothing crazy. And I just take one of these brushes. I got this off Wish. It's really cute, marbly and rose gold. But it's just a flat top, but it's more angled and smaller. So next I'm going to go in with highlighter. So my favorite highlighter currently is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in, it's a Megaglo highlighting powder in 321B Precious Petals. Another thing, this is just brush off Wish and just add on the highlighter. I hope you guys can see this glow on camera. Oh my god. Alright, so we're gonna dip back into those same colors I was using on the Colourpop brush palette. So I'm gonna go back into
12 seconds later.
Okay, go back into the M443, the more straight one, and pick up those two transition colors that I had before. And I'm gonna go underneath my lash line. And I really like this for the lash line because it's big and fluffy and I can blend really well. And as well as the like more square shape. It's not round, so it's not gonna get all underneath my eye. It's gonna get in the area that I want it to. So I'm just gonna do exactly those motions of like back and forth. So I am trying to pick up more of that the brown color at this point to make sure I really have this all blended. But I am still picking up that light orange color as well, the big cocktails. So I start off with those two and then I just go back into that brown. And as you can see with my various faces right now, I look up just so I don't poke myself in the eye, and then I look like down and to the side. As well as like I open my mouth and I, you know, make sure I'm getting it all in there. So next I'm going to take the smaller, more precise blender, the M514, pick up those two colors, Spoiled and GNO, that we put precisely into our crease before, and just keep that on the like half of our eye. When I did the first two colors, I brought it all the way in, but for this I want to start about the middle of my eye and blend it out. And I'm barely gonna put a lot on there because I don't want a lot of product. And I am gonna go back into that French Kiss color alone and add it onto the, blending it onto my lower lash line as well as back on to the outer part of my eye again. And that French Kiss color is that darker brown. So I am starting on the outer one, blending it out, and then taking the leftovers and blending it on the outside. Okay, so although I am liking this really matte look, I do want to try out one of these colors from this palette. So I am going to dip into the color Louis. It is a like peachy bronzy color, and I am going to just pick it up on the M421 brush and add it into my crease. Oh, it's kind of pink. I'm gonna mix a little bit of bling on the outer corner just because I don't want this to be super pink. Yeah, I really like the color bling mixed in with it. And I don't really like my shimmers to be crazy shimmery. I just like them to add a little color. This isn't too crazy pigmented, and it's performing actually pretty well once I dipped back into that bling color. So I just put Louis at the very corner of my eye because it's like the brighter color, and then I blended it with the more darker color bling. So I'm just gonna repeat the same process on my other eye. This isn't really natural glam anymore. It's okay. It's still pretty glammy and natural. Okay, so I am liking how this looks. I kind of want to go back into that color Spoiled because our color is pretty warm now. And I just want to blend that out to warm up this with more of the peachy cranberry type color. And just blend out this glitter as well as warm up the eyeshadows just a little. So I'm going to take that at the bottom lower lash line as well. Okay, and then I'm going to go back into French Kiss and build up that outer corner again as well. Alrighty, so lastly we have mascara, and then we will do our inner corner highlight and things like that. So I used the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect by Maybelline. It's my absolute favorite mascara in the entire world. So I just coat my lashes. And the ugly face is coming back, by the way. But my natural lashes are pretty long, and I just like the way my natural lashes look over a false lash. So this mascara adds like the perfect clumpiness. I like spider lashes, if you can't tell, but it adds a really good clumpiness as well as lengthening and volume. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off with doing my inner corner highlight and my brow bone, and then I got a few flakes of mascara on my eyes, so I'm just going to take that off, as well as do lips. Highlighter, I found it. So I'm just going to take one of those small little brushes that I have from Wish that I was saying before. I'm just going to add that highlighter and add it on to my brow bone, and then in my inner corner. And I like to blend it with that lid shade that I did as well. I like to make this pretty bold. I love a really light inner corner. As well as my Alright, so we are just going to finish it off with some lips. So this is in the color 102 Beige Babe. I'm just going to line the lining of my lips. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline 545 matte lipstick in Beige Babe as well. Okay, and then I want to finish it off with a gloss in the center. So I'm gonna do, this is Covergirl. I don't know if there's a shade. Yes, there is. Colorlicious in 610 Honey Kissed. So it's like a really nice pinky gold gloss. I feel like it goes really well with this lip combo of my top and bottom. towards my Cupid's bow. Kind of blend it by tapping my lips together, and then I also take my finger. Okay, so lastly, we're gonna finish with some setting spray. I really just like to move all my hair out the way, and I just spray. It's amazing. My Real Technique sponge, and I just pat that out and really just make sure everything is perfectly blended together. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.